From our Abuja studios by the man in the eye of the storm, the governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai. You're welcome to the news at 10.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Did you envisage this magnitude of resistance when you decided to implement this decision on the teachers that failed the competency test?
We did. We debated this for a long time. This is a problem that we confronted within months of coming into office. And we took extraordinary measures to study the situation, and we know that there will be resistance. But for us, education is the foundational structure of building a modern society, and we are not going to compromise on the quality of education. And the quality of education relies on the quality of the teacher more than any other tools or infrastructure. We are investing in all of this, and investing in the teacher is the most important one. And we knew that there will be resistance. Any attempt to improve a bad system means resistance. And we know that trade unions are not interested in national interest. They are interested in promoting the narrow interests of their members. So we knew that all this will happen, and we are ready for it.
You've given a rather cogent reason for this decision, but given the reactions that have trailed it, would you consider taking a second look at it?
We have already taken second, third, and fourth looks at this situation. We have studied what previous governments have tried to do, and there is no going back. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that we are not going to reverse our decision. These teachers are gone. We are going to employ new teachers. The process of testing and interviewing the 25,000 teachers we are hiring to replace the 21,780 that we have fired is on, and we are going to go ahead with it. As I said, it is the children of poor and ordinary people of Kaduna State that go to public schools. We are committed to ensuring that they get decent public education, as I got it when I was growing up in Daudawa in Katsina State. I went to a public school and I got decent education. I was orphaned at the age of 8, but I got free basic education, and this is why I'm where I am. I intend, at whatever price, at whatever cost, to bequeath that to children of ordinary people in Kaduna State. There is no going back.
What about the option of retraining? Some people have suggested that rather than outright sack. What's your position on this?
Those that are suggesting retraining have not read our various statements on this issue. This administration of the APC in Kaduna State has already spent 650 million naira on training in the last 2.5 years since we took office. We have trained teachers. We have brought DFID. We have brought funds from the Global Partnership for Education to train teachers. But you cannot train an illiterate to be a teacher. If a person is a near illiterate, you cannot train him to be a teacher. You can only train someone who has the basic skills to be better. The situation we have in which people cannot answer questions that primary 4 pupils can answer means that they are incapable of being trained. Those that are talking about training do not get it. These ones that are going are untrainable. They can do something else with their lives and will do everything to give them the opportunity to do so, but not teaching. As I said, we are not going to compromise on the quality of the teacher. We intend to attract the best and brightest people to the teaching profession. We intend to pay teachers higher than normal civil service salaries because we believe in education. We believe it is the ladder that will provide social mobility, as it has done in my life and that of the deputy governor and many of us in the Kaduna State government that have enjoyed the benefit of decent public education. We will not compromise on that. We will not be blackmailed, will not be intimidated. No amount of strikes or protests will make us change our position on this matter.
Now, you mentioned that the government did train some teachers. Are they amongst the ones that still failed that test, the competency test?
We are synthesizing the results of those that failed, but it looks like a large percentage of many of the teachers we trained, some that were hired even with NCE certificates, some even with degree certificates in education, failed the test, which is a big shock to me. Because we posted these tests online for everyone to see the kind of questions that those so-called teachers were failing, just to make the point that these people are beyond redemption. We cannot train them to be teachers. We can train them to do something else, absolutely, but not teaching. They are not qualified to teach.
At the moment, there's a disruption in the school system. What options will be left to consider to resolve this crisis?
We will do whatever it takes, and I say this with all sense of responsibility. We will adjust the school calendar to ensure that our children get full term of school. We will do whatever it takes to ensure that we restore the quality of public education. As I said, we advertise for these positions. We've got over 43,000 applications. We have given them NCE equivalent exams. They have been graded. I do not have the report of how many have passed. And the next stage is to interview them and, verbal interviews. And then we check their certificates before we bring them into the classrooms. But they will be ready to teach because they have bachelors of education or NCE. And we will replace all these teachers, all these vacancies with them. Now, there is a claim that the NUT is on strike. We are monitoring that situation. Again, all those that have joined the strike or have absconded from the classrooms will be disciplined under the public service rules, and we replace them. We have enough pool of qualified teachers from all over Nigeria to replace those that are not qualified or unwilling to give our children quality education. We will not compromise on that.
Governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, thank you so much for joining us on the news at 10.
Thank you very much. Thank you.